Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about reviews and why they are important to your small service-based business. My name is That Marketing Dan. I don't do anything fancy, no fancy edits, no crazy cuts or anything like that. If you want to learn how to get more customers to your small service-based business, these are the videos you need to be watching. They're not going to be entertaining, but they're going to be informative, okay? Today, we're going to talk specifically about reviews and why they matter to your business. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you how to get some of the low-hanging fruit and little tips and tricks that I use to boost my review process. So first things first, I want you guys to realize that reviews are not the entire equation, okay? They're a big part of it, and they all work together in conjunction with one another. Today's video is only going to be about reviews, okay? So let me flip over to my screen. And I'm going to show you a client that I work with, right? It's a plumber in Greenville, North Carolina, right? If you're a plumber and you show up #1 on Google, you're going to get rich really quick. I can promise you that. This right here, this is the sponsored post. Roto-Rooter, who you see is #2, is paying to be in the sponsored post. My guy right here, Plums Up, you can see, you manage his business profile, is sitting in the #1 organic position. And as a result, they absolutely crush it. Okay, and why am I showing you this? Specifically, I want you to see right here, 856 reviews with an average of 4.7. They have 141 reviews, my client, with an average of 4.8. Okay, we do the other things for them that make them outrank them. So everything I'm going to teach you today, I want you to understand it's not the entire piece of the puzzle, but it is a very important piece, okay? So whatever the case is, you can rank #1 with less reviews, but you still need to have them, all right? So today, we're going to talk about the importance. #1, I want you to understand the review process. Obviously, Google doesn't want to show people with low reviews or bad reviews, okay? Because you're going to hurt their reputation. If they show you and you got a 3.5 average over somebody who's got a 4.5 average, that chances are that person they're showing you to is going to have a bad experience. So they penalize you for that. So we want to make sure that we get good reviews, but also the different tiers and understanding of that. Ultimately, understanding how your Google business listing works is going to keep you from having to hire agencies like me to do it for you. Can I do it for you? Yes, but I charge a monthly retainer. Can you do it for yourself? Absolutely, but you got to pay attention, you got to learn, and you got to have the time to do so. All right, so that's the big difference in why some people hire an agency and why some people don't. And my goal with these videos, this particular one, is to help you get to a place that you have some traction and that you're able to get a little bit of money and then pay me to do it for you. Everybody wins. So first thing we're going to talk about today is the different tiers of reviews. All right? The lowest tier, tier #3 of reviews, is better than no review. It's just a simple 5-star review. Okay? 5 stars is better than nothing. All right? The next tier above that, tier 2, is 5 stars with some words written around it. All right? Specific things about your business, about what you do, about the area you operate in, so on and so forth. Okay? And we'll get to an example here in a second. Tier 1 reviews, the best that Google loves the most, are 5 stars, words that are relevant to your business and your service, and some photos from that service, okay? So there's no reviews, which is the worst possible thing you could be doing. There's 5 stars, which is slightly better. There's 5 stars and some words, and then there's 5 stars, some words, and some photos. So obviously, the more you want to bolster your Google ranking, the more we need to get these. The more of those tier 1 reviews that we get, the better that Google's going to view you, and the more they will reward you accordingly. So one of my clients, I'm going to pop over to my screen again here. One of my clients is out of, let me get rid of this weird screen effect here, is out of Dana Point, California. This is a 2nd tier review, right? 5 stars and some words, okay? This right here is a tier 1 review. 5 stars, some words, and some photographs. All right. So if you can convince, and we'll talk about this in a minute as well, but if you can convince your customers, your clients, your friends, your family, specific things to actually do, go in here and say certain things. Like, for example, look at these words. There's the reason I picked this. It mentions the city, right? It mentions cuisine, which is a keyword. Good positive words like exceptional. It says the city again, highly recommend. It says one of their dishes, the highway that it's off of. So it's not just saying words, it's specific words that matter. And then, of course, they included a couple of photos. This is all around a really fantastic review. Tier 1, okay? Going back to Tier 2, my husband and I have been a happy hour. That tells Google they have happy hour, right? The chef that mentions is a restaurant, impeccable positive words. They have food, best in the area is a big one. This would be a great review, but it's also lacking photos, so it's not as good as the one with. All right. And then 5 stars with no words, again, is better than nothing. Okay. So getting the reviews is what's really, really important. But then honestly, coaching your people to do it for you. And I'm going to show you that here. I'm going to show you how to get the link. Where is that? I'm going to show you how to get the link to send to people, okay? What you want to do as a business owner is get this link that I'm going to show you in a second, and I want you to send it out to what we call the low-hanging fruit. Your friends, your family, even if they've never done business with you. And you might be thinking, well, Dan, that does, if they've never done business with me, that's deceptive, that's misleading. And no, it's not. It depends on how you frame it at the end of the day. Ask them to review your character. Okay, let's say you're a landscaper, right? And your grandma lives in an apartment building. All right, send her the review link and ask her to review you as a person. She doesn't have to say she's your grandma. Nobody needs to know that. Just say, little Timmy is the nicest boy there ever was. I highly recommend you working with him if you're considering it. Coach her through that. If you have to, I've done it with some clients where I'll just copy and paste. Like for my own business, they've never worked with me. I'm just like, hey, copy, paste about me. If you agree with it, of course, stay moral, have the integrity. If you agree with this, here's something you can just copy and paste. Make it as easy as possible for them. Send them some photos. Okay. Now, once we've gone past the low-hanging fruit, the cousins, the friends, the family, things like that, now let's go to actual clients that we've worked with or customers that we've had. If you have a customer list, big deal. Comment in the comment section if you have a customer list and don't know anything about mass email marketing. Getting out a review blast to a large customer list will pay itself off 100 times over. And by pay itself off, I mean because there's very inexpensive ways to do that, but it will take some time and it will pay itself off in dividends when it comes to that. So if you have a customer list, you're already ahead of the game, all right? And then there's the low-hanging fruit, friends, family, things like that. And then there's your current customer list, right? And then the last one is new customers who are coming in, pushing through that all of the time. If you're a restaurant owner, or take a step back, if you walked into a restaurant before and you've seen on the tables, on the walls, in the bathrooms, in the hallway, at the register, you see a little QR code that says, hey, leave us a review. It'll really help. Or if you're one of my clients, it'll say, hey, win a $100 Amazon gift card. Leave us a review. You want to incentivize people to leave you reviews. They do that for a reason. The higher you get on Google, the more money your business is going to make. Write that down. The more time you put into Google, the more money your business is going to make. All right. So now I only shown this before on my workshops, and I'm showing it for you for free now. I usually charge $8 to $10 for this. But what I want to show you right now is ultimately the back end of a Google business listing. If you don't know about the back end of your Google listing, you're about to learn, and I'm going to show you where to get that link. All right. So let me flip over to my computer again. If you take a look closely, nope, that's my ads manager. We're going to go to Google and we're going to go. So what you ultimately want to do, let me start over. You want to go onto your browser. Well, it's on your phone or your computer. Obviously, I'm on my computer right now, and type in my business. You're going to see some AI stuff, as we all do, but then you're going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to see all of this information here. And then you're going to see the profiles that you manage. Remember Plums Up Plumbing earlier? Plumber, Greenville, North Carolina. Remember them? I manage this profile. Okay. That means they show up right here. That's because I manage them. So what I want you to do, click on your business. If you have a claimed Google business listing, which you absolutely should, if you don't, leave me a comment. More people that watch this, I might actually make another video about how to claim it, how to verify it, whatever the case. And what I want you to do is scroll down and you're going to see this right here. Look at that. It says it's not even full strength, but we're number one, baby. So these are the buttons I want you to pay attention to, specifically performance, and then this one right here. Okay, performance, you'll see the number one. Look at all these free phone calls that are coming in. They got 110 free phone calls in a small city where they are is not a big city. 110 free service calls that they got coming in the month of June. Website clicks. Now, plumbers, you don't really go to websites for plumbers, but depending on what you're looking, this one specifically is the phone calls, and that's what number one will do for you. All right, but pay attention to the performance, and you want all your numbers obviously trending up, that whole shtick. But this is the button I want you to pay attention to for sake of learning today. Grab this, click it, review link, right? Copy it, and then I want you to get a sticky note, a note on your computer, on your phone, whatever it may be. Review link for customers, friends, family. Promote like crazy, right? That's it. Now, whoops, get a little ahead of myself. Now we can go and paste. Now your link is available, whether that's in your iPad or your iNotes, you know, your little note app, whether that's on a freaking physical piece of paper or it's on a sticky note like this, whatever it is where you can grab it, copy it, and paste it, okay? Take that review link. Take that review link, send it out to your people, your cousins, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your friends, your wife, your husband, your kids, me. Send it to me. You know, I'll take a look at what you got going on. I don't know you, but if you do good work, I'll give you 5 stars, that tier 3 review, right? But the more they know you and the better you coach them through it, the more reviews you're going to get and the more relevant Google is going to see you as. Okay, guys, this is the work. This is the stuff that you have to do. Even if you work with me as an agency, you still have to go and do this. We call it the internal campaign. We'll work on your external campaign, but you have to do it internally as well. And that is just getting this link, which I just showed you how to do, and getting it out to as many people as possible. If you have 5 reviews, shoot for 10. If you have 10, shoot for 25. If you have 25, shoot for 50. All right? The more reviews you can get, the more those numbers are going to start trending up on your Google business listing. Hopefully this helped somebody. If you guys liked what you've seen, comment below. I got just a few followers on this little YouTube channel. I like putting out more content. And as I said, I don't have time to edit and make it fancy. Putting the thumbnail on here is something I do in Canva, and it takes me more time than I would like to spend. But I realize that gluttons that sit on YouTube all day like to see those fancy YouTube thumbnails, at least to get them over. So I have time to do that, but not so much time to make these edits, you know, where the screen's moving and everything else. You know, you guys got this, but that's about it. Anyway, like this, comment, let me know, guys. The more people that see this, the more I will make other videos like it. And if you learned something, let me know. Thanks so much. We'll catch you next time.